Hi, Tigran. If you can hear me well, I hope that you do. Let's start this conversation with quick introduction. What do you do? I'll tell the audience about myself. I'm a Chief Commercial Officer of Venom Foundation. I'm a founder of Crypto Executives, which is the largest in the space community of C-level executives. And will be moderating this fireside chat with Tigran. So Tigran, please introduce yourself.
My name is Tigran. I'm the founder of Kinetex network. We are building DeFi intent-based cross-chain solution, focusing right now on Bitcoin and other EVM networks.
Excellent. Let's discuss the state of the DeFi market and what are the main challenges of DeFi market in general.
I think the current situation in the market is quite stable, and I see settlement rising. Projects are being building for like the 2 years of this winter, and DeFi is still alive, but we still have a lot of problems in the DeFi. Now I can see DeFi is like a wide range of different ecosystems across the networks and connected by the bridges. And if you talk about like challenges, and if you say something about like bridges, I cannot talk about full decentralization or atomic swaps because we have a lot of issues. The first one of the main, in my opinion, is security. But also we have challenges and problems with the price issue and really like a poor user experience right now. So I think with the main questions and goals for all our community and builders, what we need to fix in the future.
Yeah, and just on the expectations of the DeFi, we have a few DeFi summers in the past, the latest one being in 2020, 2021. Are you expecting another DeFi summer to come anytime soon? And what would be the main drivers of that DeFi summer?
Yeah, of course. I think it will come because I see a lot of projects during the last 2 years of this winter. They are building, and they are building a lot. And as we can see, according to different analytics and statistics, more than 1,000 projects have been already loaded with VCs from like US and other big players. And I'm sure they don't plan to lose their investments, at least. But in my opinion, the most important questions right now is regulation. So we all of us waiting for clear vision around the European, US, and other like big players, let's say, who will help us to make clear tax regulation and more financial instruments that company will not scared to attract crypto and build it.
Excellent. What's your overall view on the bridges currently? I've heard that around $2 billion were stolen from the bridges last year. So do you see them being like having issues with security? Like what other issues do you see with them? Maybe you like them.
2 billion is just official data. I think there's much more. And I think the news will speak for itself because last years we can see a lot of hacks, really a lot of hacks from the big names like Binance, Multichain. Multichain was the biggest breach in the crypto and it was like 200 millions. And actually it was the same time when I was with my co-founder Mike, we've been in ATH Global Paris. and representing the bridges that have a lot of issue in the security, and this can be hacked. And in the same days, it was a hack for 2 million for multi-chain rate. I think the current model is not very secure because bridges have a centralized validators and they have a lot of centralized control. And there is also wrapped asset. There is too many vectors of attack, and I think this is maybe one of the biggest problems.
Excellent. Let's explore the situation in DeFi where you actually would like to move the BTC, for example, if I have it in my wallet, and I would like to participate in some kind of farming and getting the yield from the Bitcoin, from the Ethereum. So how the infrastructure is working now to kind of make this happen?
Sorry, Faraj, but your request is very complicated right now. It's really not easy, especially for me or for you. It's so complicated right now in the DeFi space.
Yeah, sorry. Explain me how the steps would work currently in the DeFi when I would like to swap one asset and get yield on it.
Okay, anyway, if you want to try to do this, I will try to explain as simple as possible, but you need to do first some researches, because if you have like Bitcoin, and this is a native token, it's not connected to other blockchains like EVM. So first you need to do some search like Google, you find bridge, you connect your wallet, after you pay a high commission, because there's not much solution right now. You swap it to BTC, wrap BTC, from BTC native to wrap BTC, or you can find some bridges who do a native, but they take a much more commission, and they have also a slippage and long terminalization time. It can take more than 1 hour. After you need to find the DEX, again connect your wallet, pay gas, swap it to stable coin. You need to also set all the settings like slippage tolerance, understand pricing part, and after this, you will just receive finally your token, like any kind of token which you will swap on the DEX. And you do again searches for the pool. You need to pay gas, connect wallet, receive a virtual token, and after you can do some kind of like restaking. But I understand it's like completely sound like a world of crazy geeks.
Great. And to be honest, like if I would like to choose some kind of pools, right, and like to get the yield from, how would I do that in DeFi? And what are the risks of me doing it manually?
The main risk here that you will take all the responsibility. So you need to understand clear everything what you're setting and how all these functionalities works. This is one of the most important things. But if you still want to find a good pool, you need to do a lot of manuals. You need to read at least a lot of manuals, searching aggregators, like some kind of info aggregators like DeFi Summer, understand which pool is correctly designed, who is the co-founders, how did it carry out, which one. You also need to understand how to set all the settings, like a slippage tolerance, which I previously mentioned, fundamental loss, and understand how the liquidators can liquidate your position, because you don't want to lose your money.
And like to me, like whatever steps you have mentioned and overall things around DeFi, it sounds too complicated for an ordinary person. And how would you actually imagine the ideal solution for users to perform the swap or to utilize DeFi in general?
Yeah, it is. Really, it is. Right now, the DeFi is more for like coders, guys, builders, different geeks, and really fans of all this financial, digital technology, because we are on really early stage. So we're just trying to do like some kind of tests. And most of guys who can spend this time for searching, they're looking for incentivized product. But I think one of the might be best solution which can help the market is delegate, because we are talking about decentralization, digitalizing, online, and delegation. It maybe can be one of the solutions. We call it like intents, and the guys who solve this is the resolvers or market makers. So, for example, you have intention, like you want to put assets in the pool, or you want to buy or sell, let's say, NFT collection, or you want to do a swap, whatever it is. Whatever it is not matter because it can be expensive. And you have certain criteria for fulfilling your order. So, for example, you don't want to pay gas. You don't want to understand what it means gas. Let's say the market maker who will fulfill your order, allow him to pay gas and find the road and request, for example, like, I want a fixed price. I don't want to understand how all your pools moving, whatever. I just want to pay and receive my result, which we agree with you before. So I think that's like, that's what we're expecting, and that's what we're using in traditional applications like every day.
So can you, like, what would be the final result? Like what you're saying, and let me paraphrase you, that in order to make it simple, and that's what we're all looking to achieve, simplicity for users, you have to like assume a different approach where you are actually, in a decentralized way, let the professional market makers to fulfill the order of a person, right? And it is done utilizing ZK proof technology for security. It's utilizing it's way faster. So what's the final result that you would like to achieve for the user? And maybe you can show us an example of this final result.
I think most of the users, they want the same thing. Personally, it should be the same, because in my opinion, this is the most important criteria, that you will not lose all your money. And secondly, it will be fast, so preferably like instant. So as soon as I pay my money, I want to see how the transaction execute, and I see the result. So I don't want to waste like 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes my order can be stuck somewhere, and I don't have a proper manual how to withdraw it, where I need to take this gas, and spend a lot of time to call my friends and asking what is this. So, and the third thing, it's possible like user-friendly application. So where I do not need to be afraid to press like the wrong button or set the wrong settings, and the scammers will decide like for me to lose money or spend 1 hour to understand like what's happening. So I think this is like one of the most important criteria.
Excellent. So, like I've I also seen that you actually can achieve like the instant swaps, right? With like less than sometimes 4 seconds of waiting for the user. So it's like sometimes faster than traditional like swaps from like doing it on chain, right? When you're waiting for the finalization. How do you achieve this?
Not faster than on chain. It's similar to on chain because the speed the same as like one block confirmation. So our vision was that we're trying to find the way how that is, like, in a theoretical way possible to make it as soon as possible, safe, and user friendly. So, for example, let's imagine I ask you, can you please send me 100, and you send me it, and I send you back 100. So that's the maximum possible what we can get from the blockchain, and that's what that's the standard where we like have a fixed target, and we think that we need to move like this way. So we need to understand how we can build solution around this approach. So, for example, and if you talk about like some kind of way of new trends is account abstraction. So it's just when a resolver we can ask somebody to pay gas for us. So I don't want to really go deeply understand how I need to keep my gas on each network. And about like what we're doing here, it's we done. I think it's like first multi-chain trading platform for market makers. So it's like some kind of marketplace for market makers where you can send your intent, and this intent will be done with the professional players. So we call them market makers because they will take like all the responsibility, they will manage your transaction, they will take all the risks, and you can delegate it. And the main thing is like completely decentralized. So we know that some other guys trying to build it, but we can say that we are first fully decentralized because we don't have any centralized validators. And the security base is on like zero knowledge proof. I will not go deeply about what it means right now, but in a few words, this means the security based on the network. So if you want to hack one this transaction, for you is better to hack the whole network. It will take for you the same time and like same everything what you will spend for this, it will take the same. So, and one of the most important things here, because we're talking about the decentralization, we don't want to trust somebody. All the market makers, they provide the collateral. Like for your transaction, they provide always a bigger collateral than the transaction will be executed, or it can be split.
Great. What can you tell us about the innovation, key and core innovation of Kinetex product? Is it ZK? Is it account abstraction? Is it the architecture of the protocol? What it is?
I think the standard, the vision, the main innovation here, because if you talk about pools, like bridges or any other solution, for example, DEXs, it's always we need to pay intermediates. So we have a lot of different steps where we cannot send. If I send you 100, it's not possible technically that you will receive 100. And I think this is one of the most innovation. And the second, that we don't have a centralized or third-party validators to whom we need to trust. It's also really important because if you call it DeFi, it's supposed to be decentralized finance. But if inside decentralized is one or two points with centralized, like some kind of barriers, and also intermediates, a lot of intermediates, it's not really full DeFi.
Excellent. What do you think could be the next narrative for the bull market? And can your product fit that narrative in general?
Yes. I think all the bullish bull runs, everything, it's Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, I think it's like the first and real decentralized coin, where there's a lot of institutional and big players, they keep keep it in the portfolio and with a strategic like a hodl. And no one still controls the Bitcoin. So I think all the altcoins, they're following Bitcoin. So that's why we're working right now for ZK-like clients in the Bitcoin. And I think we will have a narrative in this case because it's tunnel. It's a fast, cheap, and decentralized tunnel between DeFi, between like all the non-custodial solution, when you can keep your Bitcoin on your wallet, like your favorite wallets, like Trust Wallet, XDeFi, or whatever, and you can do swaps in one click. So you don't need to understand how to keep all the gas, how to connect in a different bridges, dexes, search of them. So you just can log in into any like application which you prefer to use. Founders, they can integrate it, and users, they also can like use it as a traditional, just one click, and not go deeply to all these specific settings.
Yeah, I think overall, Bitcoin is always something that is pumping in the beginning of every bull cycle, and then like all altcoins are following, and a lot of projects are actually we're trying to tap the Bitcoin liquidity. So if you guys utilizing zero knowledge could tap into that, definitely, there is a huge potential in the growth, and actually bringing a lot of liquidity to the crypto market from the Bitcoin surge. What about the general overview of the funding situation for DeFi? Do you think the investors still think that DeFi is sexy, and why?
Yeah, I think it's sexy. I think it always was sexy, and it's still sexy now. And I also think it's the better days now, because in the bull run 2017, most of the founders were thinking about the rising interruption token, and most of these projects are shut down right now. It was not really good reputation for the whole crypto market. If you talk about the technologies and some kind of future integration in the traditional ways of use, now I can see this like transformation from scam projects to a real business, and whereas the model of this project have some kind of economics. So when I call it business model, I mean that the projects, they can have some kind of monetization. It usually takes from the user base, so it can be subscriptions, advertising, commissions. Of course, there is one of the most like biggest market in the crypto space. It's the arbitrage. It's because it's like financial instrument. But there's also new projects that will start to build the user base, and it's really important because it's still early stage, and a lot of projects, they trying to attract new users, educate them, explain how it works to grow organic users. I know in Dubai, a lot of projects trying to make a tokenization for real estate, for stocks, for equity, for secondary market. A lot of projects are on early stage and trying to keep it for long-term story. And we still can see that according to the last month, a lot of projects, they already make X2 profit just sometimes during 1 week. And I think it's really sexy. So, for example, let's imagine right now we are building like marketplace for resolvers in the cryptocurrency for crypto problems. But let's imagine like in the next year we are open decentralized marketplace with the market makers for a traditional market. How you think, is it sexy?
Excellent. I think like building a marketplace for market makers, that's really a nice idea. I think it can be taken even into traditional finance sometime in the future. I mean, utilizing blockchain technology for disrupting of the way how currently it's like both bridges work, but also how market makers interact with retail. I always say that picture, or in our case, video, it tells more than 1,000 words. So if you can have like 5 minutes showing us exactly how your system operates, show us the speed at which it operates, and show us exactly where resolvers are involved to basically perform the transaction of the user.
Oh, just a moment, I need to reconnect.
I guess now what we will see, like in my opinion, like I was working for cross-chain protocol before, right? And I know pretty well how the cross-chain works. And with this new innovative idea, I think that there is something really interesting in form of innovation is happening here. So what Kinetex is doing is creating a marketplace for the market makers to fulfill the orders in a cross-chain for the users. What we'll see now is actually just a live demo of how this product works, and maybe in a year's time that will be a standard for the industry.
Right now, this version is more like for crypto, and we are not finalized the UI side. It's in the development mode, but basically it will be looked everything is still the same as the general swap for users. But the main thing, it will be done with under the hood. It will be done with the work of market makers. So it's fully decentralized and it's based on zero knowledge proof technology. So right now, you can choose like many tokens, from one token from another. And as you can see, right now we have some kind of promotion where we can send $10 and we receive the same amount. Sometimes it can be bigger. It depends on what strategy right now market maker use. And we always have a collateral. Collateral system is where we don't need to trust somebody because we don't know this market maker and we don't want to trust him. And we have some coefficient. It always depends on the tokens which we choose. This more deeply model I don't have right now time, but it's always depends on the organization of the blocks. I need to find the token where I have a balance. I found it. I just need the balance on my token. It's not a problem. So as soon as I find balance on my wallet, I can see that the only one thing what I need to do is just to confirm the transaction. So I receive the quote, and right now it's like some kind of promotion quote, where the resolver not take any commission. So technically we can exchange it one-to-one. And we have a 3-bar status here. The first bar status is withdrawing funds. The second bar status is the sending transaction. And as you can see, the transaction complete instantly. And this is a real transaction because we can see it in the blockchain. So as you can see here, we can see two transactions. The first transaction which resolver received, and the second transaction which resolver sent it to us. And it's a real transaction, and we complete the swap between different networks. So right now I choose one token. That's why we don't have a commission. But if you will choose different assets, there will be some kind of small commission. But it's a competition. It's like a battlefield for different resolvers who can provide a better rate. They can connect liquidity from CFI, DeFi. They can use borrowed liquidity or their own liquidity. So they have a wide range of different possibilities how it can be done in a different way. And as we can see, we can have a real transaction.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Tigran. It was a really pleasure to see this in action, and was great speaking to you. Thank you very much for sharing your insights.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.